Alright, good morning, welcome back to another video. So, weather is has eased, the snow's gone, but the wind is on its way this afternoon as usual. So anyway, today's video, and something I really like using, and obviously it's not just going to be the gravity twitch, but it's just going to be pike fishing with hard baits. So jerk baits, twitch baits, anything at all. I find myself using soft plastics quite a bit, all the time now actually. So I've made a point of today of only bringing hard baits with me, solely just because I don't want to pigeonhole myself to be using the same thing over and over and over again. So the goby shad has been left at home. Let's hope I don't come to regret that. But anyway, so as I said, 40-mile-an-hour winds again. Coming in the afternoon, so early morning raid, try and get as many fishes in the bag as possible. Not actually in the bag, because I don't want people cracking up thinking that I'm killing fish. Of course I'm not doing that. But anyway, ready to get started. The rain is definitely going to stay away, so the weatherman says. And yeah, let's get cracking. Okay, try and get out here again somehow. So back on the trusty lightsaber, the SGS2, 7'3", 10 to 35 gram, which is, well, to be honest, it's amazing for fishing lures like that. That's ideally what it's designed for. First cast, gravity twitch in the perch pattern, probably my favourite colour out of them. Okay, maybe a bit too weedy in this area. I've came right into the shallowest part first, which is maybe not the best idea. Maybe should have went something a bit that runs a bit shallower lure wise. So lots of pauses to get it to float up a bit. Check the drag, yeah, all good. So the reason I've sort of decided to go for this sort of style again is just the last few videos I've done pike wise have all been with big shads, big heavy rods, which is great, don't get me wrong. There's a fish straight away, which is great fun, don't get me wrong, but I just really enjoy fishing small lures, light stuff, lots of fun. And there we go, fish on the second cast. Now don't get me wrong, he's only a baby, but that's a good start. Let's take that. So again, just want to unhook him in the water. He's very small, very lightly hooked. I'm going to say lightly hooked if you can see that in the camera by the tiniest bit of skin. Thank you very much for playing. Still thinks he's hooked. There we go. So yeah, that little guy's very much lunch in this part of the world. But I'm very grateful because that means we're not blinking regardless of the size. So I've got my buddy Ronan with me today. He's just fishing on up to the left. He's sticking with the tried and tested method of the likes of the goby shad and things like that. He's been watching too many of my videos, so it'll be interesting to see how he fares out casting the bigger stuff with me casting the much smaller, more erratic type of lures. A lot of the spots I had in my head that I knew was going to be calm, well, the complete opposite really. So I may have to rethink the pike just hit that just at my feet. Whoa. Yeah, so I was going to say I may have to rethink the spots that I'm fishing, but just as I said that, I got nailed. Another small one, but he certainly hit that with a vengeance. That sort of highlights the importance of a pause, because he nailed it just as the paused at the feet. Feel the wind starting to pick up already. Lovely. Have I ever said before that it only ever seems to be horrible winds at the weekends while you're sitting in work looking out the window, the sun's shining, flat calm, no rain, and then as soon as Friday afternoon comes, it hammers down, wind blows, freezing. The joys of a fisherman. Come on, Pike, where are you? Honestly thought I'd be getting more hits by now. I'm being a bit dramatic. I've only been here 45 minutes and I've caught 2 pike. So maybe being a bit too hard on myself. So if I can give you a bit of a tip with this style of fishing as well, and that's bright coloured line, because there's a sorry rudely interrupted. See, I might just shake this off. I don't want to say he's very lightly hooked, because I tend to say that every time I catch a fish. That has been pointed out. It's turning into a bit of a catchphrase. But that's why, because he was very lightly hooked. Fish number 3. Can't even remember what I was talking about previous, so apologies if you were waiting on an answer, because I don't remember what it was. I'm sure it'll come back to me. Yeah. 3. And then it just, literally just as you said that, it just hooked another one. 2, another 2, so. All small. Just waiting on the big mama. Okay, it's going to be a plier job, because he's not very lightly hooked. Getting bigger, and he jumped out of my hand. Gracious release. So 4 fish then, very quickly. Excellent fish catching lure. I know all lures are supposed to catch fish, but if you're going for numbers, I find this one to be excellent. Right, so I do remember what I was talking about earlier. So with this style of fishing, it's I find high-vis line really important, because when you're fishing these type of lures, you know, you're doing your twitch, your pause. Sometimes you'll have a lot of slack line when you're on your pause, which really you should have always a bit of slack line because of the way the lure stops, just exactly like that. And sometimes you'll get takes that that you hardly see or and you won't feel, and sometimes it pays off to watch the line. So whenever I see that twitch pause, I see the slack line, I watch the line, and sometimes your line will shoot out and straighten, and that's a fish that has obviously hit that, but you might not feel it because it's hit the slack. So that's why I found then having the high-vis line, so you can watch it just as much as feeling for the take. It's just as important, and it can really pay off sometimes with getting those missed takes that you would not normally see with if you're using mono or anything else. Mono's not a great bit of kit for the style of fishing, I've found. It's just too much stretch in it. But yeah, top tip for the style of fishing, even jerkbait fishing in general. I've found high-vis line to be a lot more beneficial. So this is the lure that I had in mind. And that's one of the V2 4-placed. Oh, watch my lure box doesn't fall in the water. So even though it does have a lip on it, it doesn't run very deep at all. 2 foot maybe at most. And really realistic, obviously you can tell with the flash and everything on it. Super little bait. Excellent for fishing in the shallows, so I'm going to give that a bit of a blast. The only problem is it's quite light, so I don't think I'm going to get a lot of distance with it, but we'll see. You know, there's a lot of swimming movement and flash on the lure on its own, so it should work, no problem. Actually seems to be going down deeper than I thought as well. Cast better than I thought as well. Maybe the wind's helping a bit with that. Is that a wee, is it? It's trying to be sticky one into the right. Oh, that was a good fish, sir. Oh, that was a nice one. I just went out there though. Definitely the biggest fish today by far. Just swiped at it just as I was taking it out of the water. Alright, took it again. Yes! Oh no, he came off! Ah! Biggest fish today by far. And it wasn't a monster, but still bigger. That he's took it again. Yeah, got him that time. 3 times he took it. Yes! Get in. What a take. Oh, come on! No! Oh, it's probably about 7 or 8 pounds. He's not a giant. But I doubt he'll take that again. Okay, so gives you a bit of a look at some of the lures that we're using. Even though they're all gravity twitch lures, I've seemed to have been using mostly. But I'm gonna try. We're gonna go something for really bright and aggressive. Maybe that one, or else the lemon one. Maybe the lemon one first. See how we go. Brown trout one looks really good too, actually. But yeah, we'll give them all a blast. There's a few other ones in there too that we can maybe give a go. But I think we're gonna go bright and aggressive, see if we can lift a bigger fish. Gonna have to call it quits. Right, that's it, home time. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Pike fishing with hard baits. I don't even know what we finished on. I think it was 6, was it? Lost a slightly better fish, which is again disappointing, but enjoyable session. Not a long one by any stretch, a few hours in the morning. As I said, the wind was coming in earlier, and it's made its way here. It might not look too bad, but it's making life really, really difficult. So as I said, I think we're going to give the rest of the day a bit of a miss. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.